Hey guys, so there's literally 2 days now left until the movie that we've all been waiting for 2 years now, is upon us. I pre-ordered my ticket back in October, so I simply can't wait to see it. And I know you guys are just on the same boat as me. All I want to do is make videos about The Last Jedi, but there's just one little issue with that. I have to see it first. So, in the meantime, while I try to stay away from as many spoilers as I can, there is one type of video that I can make about Episode 8 before actually seeing it. And that's to read the responses, tweets, and things of that nature that the super lucky people who saw the early screening had to say about the film. Now, I can imagine how heavy of an embargo that they are on, so I can assure you that their tweets and responses are all spoiler-free. Let's read some in today's video, shall we? There's a scene in Star Wars The Last Jedi that I keep playing over and over in my head that is so stunning and unexpected that I don't want to forget how I felt seeing it for the first time. This movie feels unlike any other Star Wars movie in all the ways I hoped. Guys, Rian Johnson has made the most epic, emotionally powerful Star Wars film ever. Hands down. My strong advice is to be very wary of spoilers. The less you know about The Last Jedi, the better. I am stunned by The Last Jedi. I gasped, I laughed, I screamed, I cried, and I had the time of my life. Rian Johnson pulled it off, making what might be the best Star Wars movie ever. Impressed with The Last Jedi. It makes some big, impressive, and surprising moves that I definitely didn't expect. Not all of the plot stuff is exactly perfect, but the character work is once again fantastic, and it's just amazing to see Luke Skywalker back in action. Every single shot serves a purpose, and The Last Jedi is easily the funniest Star Wars film, and that is a fantastic thing. The Last Jedi, a little too long and dragged in the middle, but great fun overall. As good as The Force Awakens, Rogue One is better. More humor than expected, great Star Wars moments, Mark Hamill is awesome. A worthy Episode 8. Massive congrats to my friend Rian Johnson for the dazzling writing and directing work he shared tonight. Yes, a great chapter of a blockbuster franchise, spectacular and unpredictable, but also his own voice shining through. Kudos. So a lot happens in Star Wars The Last Jedi. There will be nitpicks, but The Last Jedi is an excellent Star Wars movie. So many big moments, so much emotion, so much to digest. Had the whole crowd cheering and woeing. The Last Jedi is going to spark much more debate amongst fandom than The Force Awakens. It's good, but there's a bit more fat than we're used to in the non-prequel Star Wars films. The Last Jedi is everything. Intense, funny, emotional, exciting. It's jam-packed with absolutely jaw-dropping moments, and I loved it so much. I'm still shaking. The Last Jedi has more goosebump moments than any Star Wars movie I can remember. I was grinning for most of the 2.5 hours. A worthy and great Star Wars film. The franchise is in great hands. Kudos to Rian Johnson. It's incredibly satisfying and hands down to Mark Hamill's best performance as Luke Skywalker. Luke was right. This is not going to go the way you think. The Last Jedi will shatter you and then make you whole again. Reluctant to say more about The Last Jedi, still absorbing it, but there's a good reason Lucasfilm gave Rian Johnson 3 more Star Wars movies to make. May the Force be with you. So those were the select few that I picked to read to you guys. Now, of course, while there's nothing to gather from these other than to hype us all up even more to see the film, I like how literally 100% of all of these are positive. Whether that's saying anything or not, as movie ratings are always subjective to you guys, the viewers, kind of like YouTube channels. It's nice to see that in such a large populace that all of their spoiler-free feedback is at least positive. Because I'm sure if it was bad, a lot of people would be saying it sucked. I, for one, am looking forward to Luke returning on the screen in action. As I said before, seeing Kylo and Rey and all of them is great, but to see Luke return after about 30 or 40 years, and hopefully to see or hear Yoda and Anakin would be just the cherry on the cake for me. That's something I'm really looking forward to seeing if the film has it. I am completely ready to see the movie, and I hope you all are too. Once it does drop, I just want to let you know and put you all at ease. When it comes to my titles, I won't be putting anything spoilerific in the titles at all. And as time goes on, I'll be more flexible with that, as I'm sure most of you will have seen the film by the end of 2017. With that said, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Let me know what you want to see the most from this film. Until then, remember,
the Force will be with you always.